So I think I've been onto this topic with you once before. It's like about holding space for joy is what I call it. But the past 2 months, I've been having like more an increase of energy physically, mentally, and so on. And I'm working on integrating it. And sometimes it's challenging, like, and I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I know it always takes a time for the system to get used to new things. But I think I've had this image that, okay, if it's something quote unquote positive, it's going to be easy, it's going to be flowy, but it's been challenging sometimes to hold space for this energy. And also, like, if I'm excited about something, my nervous system is triggered by that. Like, I've had issues with the nervous system being triggered by stress and exhaustion. But now, when more like expansive, constructive things are happening, it's also triggered by those kind of excitements. So I mean, I'm overall I'm very happy about it. It's a positive process. I'm really like thankful for it. And I know it's probably about grounding, but I would like to hear your perspective, or if someone else has experiences and can relate to being in this process, because it's like when something matters to me, I get almost overexcited, even for a small thing, like a fun event the next day, and then maybe I can't sleep because I'm so like, okay, something good is happening. Yeah, so any input on how to work with integrating the energy and how, yeah, grounding and all these things?
Yeah, so this is interesting. And it goes to show that the path isn't about being in a perpetual state of ecstatic bliss or ecstasy or excitement. It's unsustainable for the nervous system. It can be taxing, exhausting, tiring. And so not unusual to feel that some excitable states are a bit too intense, not unusual. The nervous system needs to get a little bit used to those states, especially for those that are coming from perhaps years of feeling, say, depressed or anxious or burnt out. To go into a state of excitement for those that have not really been used to those emotional states can be quite exhausting at times. So be gentle with your system. Know that this is not unusual. Self-care is essential here as well. So resting, eating well, grounding, as you mentioned. So for me, in the most exaggerated way, which would, to address your point here, I think, I experienced bliss. Now, bliss is fantastic. It's bliss, of course. But I experienced bliss to a degree that was debilitating. I would just lay in my bed and cry in bliss, and I couldn't even get up. I couldn't do anything besides cry and feel this ecstasy. And so that made me realize that this path cannot be about bliss. I'm not able to operate in this incredible emotional state. It was like I was on the best drug of all time, but I'm not able to operate in this state. And so I understood, I said, the nervous system isn't meant to hold this state of bliss and then also like have a conversation with the person or like go to the grocery store. It's impossible. So I looked around at, say, some of the other people that have gone through this process. I looked at, these great masters that I admire, say like a Ramana. Like this guy's not in like tear jerking bliss. He's just sitting still, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like he's suffering, but he's not like, you know, on like some sort of like, it doesn't look like he's on crack or something. So I said, okay, this can't be what it's all about. There has to be a middle ground. Now, maybe we can go into blissful states. Eventually we come down. Maybe we can go into excitable states. Eventually we come down. And there's nothing wrong with coming down. The nervous system needs a break. It needs a break. I mean, if we look at it even in this way, say you're excited. You feel, you get a little bit jittery. You want to talk. Your heart's racing. You're got energy. Eventually that energy is going to get burned up, right? It's coming from calories that we ate, right? Eventually you're going to get a little tired. It's not like it's just infinite energy. It's coming from somewhere to get the heart to beat faster, to give you the energy. It's coming from somewhere. So eventually, the excitability goes away, and then we have to return to a more state of a deep rest. We just take it easy. So I hope that can help you. Not unusual. Self-care is normal. And in time, you'll be able to hold those states a little bit more skillfully. As well, you can create, once again, like you create a container where you allow yourself to really go deep into those excitable states, really let the creative energy to flow. Maybe it's through your work as an artist or whatever it is. And that's your outlet for those energy. Maybe it's at the gym. But then okay, once I'm done at the gym, once I'm done painting, return home, I'm going to lay on the couch and just cool off a bit. And that's normal. It's okay. So I hope that can help you, Cecilia.
Mm, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.